let us commence forth. I open my eyes to the morning light. Even though my body still feels heavy, probably because of yesterday's anemia, I feel pretty good. How many days has it been? How long since I had a morning so free of unease? And today is my school's Founders' Day. There's no need to prepare for school like I usually do, so I can enjoy the morning calmly. Then, I notice. Though I thought there was no one in the room, someone is asleep by the bed. Akiha? As if she had been nursing me all night long, Akiha is sitting on the chair, the top half of her body collapsed on the bed. Aww. Asleep, she breathes softly. Her long black hair spread out on the bed. It looks beautiful. Akiha. Hey, Akiha. After calling her softly, she shows no sign of waking up. Well, if she's sleeping, then there's no point in making her wake up. Akiha turns over weakly. Sleeping, she has none of her usual strength. Her defenseless sleeping face hasn't changed since she was a child. Because of that, I can close my eyes and vividly recall the Akiha from back then. 8 years ago, playing together, the black-haired girl who always followed me. Although she was a quiet girl, Akiha always came with us. She rarely smiled, and even her smiling face seemed somehow sad, transitory. When I was a child and knew nothing, I really wanted to make her laugh with joy, so I dragged her out into the garden with us over and over again. Nissan. As Akiha murmurs to herself, I wonder what kind of dream she's having. For some reason, on impulse, I lift the sleeping Akiha's hair. While I watch her sleeping face, my heart becomes calm. It makes me want to watch over her forever if I could. Akiha. I remember. When we were children, I always thought about it. That day I vowed to hold this girl more precious than anyone else. The Akiha who would cry as she held me. But it's no good, is it? The image from back then is gone. She's a proper young lady now. I murmur, gazing at Akiha's sleeping face. I let her long black hair fall. I'm sorry. Oh, that was her talking, okay. Knitting her eyebrows painfully, Akiha whispers in her sleep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nissan. Akiha? Akiha's breathing is irregular. With her long black hair sliding off the bed, Akiha slowly lifts herself up. It's Nissan. Nissan, why are you here? Well, it's natural. This is my room after all. Akiha leaps upright as if stung, and glances around quickly. Good morning, Nissan. Did you sleep well last night? As if she hadn't slept here at all, she greets me calmly. Just like Akiha. Her guts, or should I say her response, is not normal. Yeah, morning. I slept well thanks to you. It's been a long time since I had such a pleasant morning. Really? Is your body completely recovered then? No, it still feels kind of heavy. Today's a holiday, so I'll just rest quietly. Why, Nissan, it's unlike you to say such things. Usually you disappear off somewhere before anyone notices. Please don't say that. I'll be staying at home from now on, so you don't need to worry. Yes, I'll accept half of that statement. Smiling happily, Akiha gazes at my face. If our faces stay as close as this, it'll be a problem. Akiha's features are very beautiful, and if she keeps pointing that cheerful smile at me, I might go crazy. Well then, Nissan, we shall see how you feel at lunch. Until then, please don't exert yourself or go outside. I understand, but it's terrible. Since I came back here, you've had to nurse me all the time. I'm no older brother. Nissan? Though it was only a casual comment, Akiha's face is clouded. After hanging her head for a moment, she stands and looks up. Please don't say stupid things like that. You're my brother, and even if you don't act like a good one, nothing would change. Well, I suppose, but... It's nothing. But it's true. I don't mind having to nurse you every day, so please, don't worry about it. Akiha walks quickly to the door. Well, excuse me. I shall be out during the morning, so if you need anything, please ask Hisui. And with that, Akiha leaves the room. Excuse me. 10 o'clock comes around. Although it's good to rest, lying in bed like this all day is boring. Ugh. But even so, it seems my body hasn't slept enough yet. My body's still sluggish, and if I walk around and end up like yesterday, Akiha will get angry. Aki will be back in 2 hours. And I promised her that I'd take the day off after all. Telling myself this, I throw the sheets over me. I get really drowsy, probably because I'm still exhausted. If I listen, I can hear my own heartbeat. Odd. Come to think of it, I haven't had anything to drink since yesterday. My throat's dry, and my head feels a little dim. Just a little. I guess it's okay to go out and get some water. The corridor is empty. Long ago. So long ago I can't remember. Or don't need to remember. Like ruins in a movie. Very quiet. Hot. The sunshine is hot. Is my body still not recovered yet? It seems I can't spend too much long in the sun. Too much long. It seems I can't spend too long in the sun. The detached building seems to waver in the sun. My vision dims completely, like I'm in a hot desert. Wait. There's a clatter. From the detached building. Someone... Is there someone there? Okay. I was told yesterday that there was not a good scene once he gets to the detached building again. So we're going to go full screen just for a little bit, just in case. Is there someone in there? Opening the sliding door very slightly, I peer from the porch. Inside, I see the figures of Akiha and Kohaku. They look a little strange. I hear the swishing of an obi being removed. What's an obi? What? Without a word, Kohaku pulls down her kimono and bares her breasts. Oh damn, yup. There it is. Kohaku stands there with a blushing face but does not move. Akiha presses her lips against the bared white chest. Tension. Kohaku looks down at her chest, and Akiha crouches so that she's burying her face in Kohaku's breasts. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't... Okay. Just want to make sure. A thin red drop drips down. Akiha's throat starts to move, swallowing something. What is she drinking? There's no need to ask. I already understand. Akiha. She's drinking Kohaku's blood. Dream. Dream. This is a dream. It's a dream. So I should hurry and wake up. Okay, I think we can go back to normal. My own room. I'm definitely in my own room. Akiha and Kohaku-san? Akiha. Akiha was drinking Kohaku's blood. I definitely saw it. Was I just dreaming? Perhaps. No. It must have been a dream. There's no way that was real. But it was so real. It has to be a dream. The smell of the tatami mats. The two's ragged breathing. The gulping I heard from Akiha's throat. I get out of bed. I feel dizzy, but I don't care. The detached building. If I go out to the detached building, I'll know for sure whether it was a dream or not. Hearing a noise, I hide myself. Kohaku-san. Kohaku-san walks from the direction of the detached building toward the mansion. The house is as silent as the grave. I think it's empty. Akiha isn't here. Because she said she'd be out during the morning. Akiha couldn't have been in a place like this with Kohaku-san. I swallow hard. I take a deep breath and step inside. Ni-san. Akiha is standing in the Japanese-styled room. She's looking at me aghast. Akiha? Yes. What is it, Ni-san? Akiha doesn't seem surprised that I'm here. She merely reacts listlessly. What is it? What are you doing in a place like this? What? I just thought I'd come and have one last look around before it's demolished. No, I don't mean that. I stare at Akiha's body. Come to think of it, Akiha's wearing her uniform. Wasn't she wearing her normal clothes a while ago? Akiha, you changed your clothes? Yes, since I went to school during the morning. After leaving our room, I changed, and only just returned. Really? Yeah, of course. You weren't doing those things in here. Yes, it was a dream after all. But something's odd. It's odd, but who's odd? Is Akiha odd? Am I odd? When I saw that sight, Akiha was wearing her normal clothes. It would be strange to change clothes after that. And what Akiha just said, there's nothing strange about it at all. So, that makes me who saw that dream strange. Ni-san, what is it? You seem pale. You said you'd rest all morning, so why are you out in a place like this? I just thought I'd go out for a bit of a walk. Really? Well, I don't care about that, but I forbade you from coming here. It seems you couldn't keep your promise to me, Ni-san. Akiha glares accusingly at me. Her gaze seems to see right through the bottom of my heart, which jumps in response. You're right. From now on, I'll be careful. This building is getting very old, so that there's a chance it may collapse. Please don't come here anymore, Ni-san. Is it just my imagination? I think there really is something odd about Akiha's attitude. For one thing, why would Akiha be in such a dangerous place alone? Now, please go back, Nissan. You do not look well. Walking past me, Akiha leaves the Japanese-styled room. Wait a minute, Akiha. There's something I forgot to ask yesterday. Something you forgot to ask? Yeah, that clearing where I collapsed. Long ago. I used to play with you there, but I feel like there was someone else as well. Do you remember? There was no one else. You're mistaken. Answering clearly, Akiha leaves the detached building. But, Akiha, there was a third child. A child adopted 10 years ago. Are you saying you don't know about him? Left alone in the Japanese-styled room, I talk out loud. Is Akiha hiding the truth about that child? Or does she really not remember? I can't tell. Hold on. Night. As I returned and sat absent-mindedly in my room, it seems the day ended. Too many things to think about. Too many things I have to think about. Even with Yumizuka gone, the killings still continue. And I see matching dreams of killing people and sucking their blood. 8 years ago, the near fatal injury I received in an accident, and the child that had to be there. The scene I remembered in the courtyard. Undoubtedly, it was a memory from 8 years ago. If I've started to see dreams of killing people, there's no question why. It seems the same thing happened right before my eyes a long time ago. I haven't seen Akiha since then. Kohaku-san brought supper to my room, and Akiha has not come to visit. Well, I guess since I'm feeling better, there's no reason to visit, but I still feel awkward when it comes to her. If day breaks and morning comes and we say good morning as always, I bet the bad feeling will disappear. That's right. I'll just sleep today. With the lights off, I curl up in bed. But Akiha is not beside me. If I sleep like this, then I might dream about killing people again. Crap. It's no good. I can't sleep at all. Because Akiha was beside me yesterday. I was able to sleep peacefully. If I sleep alone, I might have that dream again. And if I dream of drinking blood, and another victim appears, I wouldn't be able to deny it, and would have to conclude that I'm the killer. I get out of bed. I won't sleep. I won't sleep tonight. I will stay awake. Moonlight is streaming in through the window, so I can just gaze at the moon for a while. Huh? There's someone in the courtyard. I look closely. Isn't that Akiha? What's she doing, standing in the courtyard? Akiha is standing quietly under a particularly large tree. Maybe she's taking a walk. It's past 11 already. She's so careless. In fact, the first night I came back to the mansion, Akiha was walking about in the dead of night, too. Well, if I'm not going to sleep anyway, if, like yesterday, I have Akiha beside me, I don't think I'll have nightmares. I walk in the moonlight. The mansion's trees are painted in splendid autumn colors, and the falling leaves really look illusionary. Akiha stands in the center of it all. I gaze at her long black hair, her thin back, and the autumn leaves scattered about her, swaying. Her black hair shakes like the leaves. Is that why her body seems so weak? Akiha's figure seems like a mirage. Akiha? What are you doing at a time like this? What? I'm watching the moon. Just like you, Nissan. Showing no surprise at my appearance, Akiha turns and answers. Good evening, Nissan. Going out at a time like this, even when you're sick. You're such a troublesome patient, aren't you? I guess. I could see the moon from my room. There was a poor little girl outside. As a proper brother, I had to come out. Well, I'm sorry about that. Well... I guess inside the mansion is fine, but it has been unsafe recently. You're a girl, so you shouldn't wander around outside at night. You're right. If you say so, I'll go straight to my room. It's fine now. I couldn't sleep either. So, it'd be nice to spend some time together. If you'd like, then certainly, Nissan. Closing her eyes, Akiha nods quietly. Akiha's nod seems as if she's praying for something. I'm surprised. You're really nice tonight. Something good happen? Nothing wonderful has happened, but I guess being able to talk to you like this might be something wonderful. Akiha chuckles with a smile. In response, my chest thumps. Nissan, what is it? Your face is red. If you're still feeling ill, shall we move to the terrace? No, I'm fine. I'd like to gaze for a little longer, so let's stay here. Yes, tonight really is beautiful. Of all the scenery around the mansion, this is my favorite. Akiha smiles faintly. Her behavior really surprises me. Her atmosphere, her atmosphere is terribly calm and gentle. Amidst the red autumn leaves, Tohno Akiha seems many times prettier than usual. Hey, Nissan, do you remember this place? This place? You mean this big tree? Yes. When we were children, this was our meeting place. When I was inside doing my lessons, I'd hear a stone at the window. And then I'd slip away from the private teacher and run out here. Yeah, come to think of it, she's right. Akiha was always doing lessons in the mansion. Our old man wouldn't let her go outside. The people in the mansion were afraid of Father, so they wouldn't even talk to me. But that was natural. I thought I wasn't meant to talk to anyone except Father. There were lots of people, but to me, the rules of the Tohno house were more important than any of them. So I was fine by myself, and I could bear Father's lessons. Yeah, I remember. He didn't care about me, but the old man was really strict with you. Shut up in your room all the time, doing lessons all day long. I really didn't like that. Yes, to be honest, I hated it too. I guess she has sorted it out as something in the past. Akiha laughs nostalgically. But Nissan, you were the one who let me notice. You won't remember this since it was like an everyday thing for you. But one day, while I was waiting for the teacher in the courtyard, you came up, grabbed my hand, and began to run. I asked what you were doing, and you said you couldn't play tag by yourself, so I should play too. Really, thinking back, you were a terribly pushy person, weren't you? Akiha giggles. Well, that's what children do. Please forgive my impoliteness. Yes, after that, Father scolded us, so it became harder for us to meet. Yeah, I became stubborn too. I decided I'd play with you once a day, and one way or another, I'd get you outside. But in the end, you slipped away yourself. But you just watch from far away and never come close. It's fine. I was happy just with that. Yes, I really was happy. You took me out to play, and Father would scold us afterwards. Father's scolding got worse day by day, right? So, I began to think, he won't come today. He shouldn't come today. I don't think he'll come today. But you always betrayed my expectations. Every time we were scolded, and I thought you wouldn't come anymore, you always appeared smiling. You always said Father didn't scold you, but it was a pretty bad lie. Really? I always thought I fooled you completely, but I guess it was easy to tell it was a lie. Of course. I was sorry you were always scolded on my behalf. Every day at the same time, I would wait excitedly, wondering, is Nissan going to come today? But that was the happiest time. When you went away, life returned to normal again. But I didn't suffer. But the memories of you were stronger than anything else, Nissan. You say you left me alone, but that's wrong. I was always saved by you. Because I had memories of you. I was able to remain as Tohno Akiha. And like an illusion, Akiha smiles. There's something wrong with me. If I was always clinging to you like a child, I could hardly be the head of the Tohno house. Stupid. It's got nothing to do with it. It's okay to depend on someone when you need to. We're brother and sister after all. No, that was only when we were children. It was decided that I would be the heir of the Tohno house. So, I cannot depend on anyone. I must manage on my own. What's with that? Just because you became heir of the Tohno house, does that mean you can't make your own decisions? That's what it means to become the heir of the Tohno house. Long ago, that's what I was taught to believe. But I'm still no good at it. After all, I'm showing weakness like this, aren't I? As she speaks, Akiha jumps forward with light steps. As if dancing, she walks amidst the fallen autumn leaves. Akiha. My chest hurts. I don't know why, but right now, I want to embrace Akiha tightly. Is there some magic in the light of the moon? Even though she's my sister. No, because she's my sister. I really want to protect this girl. It's getting cold. Shall we go back, Nissan? Yeah, let's go back. We shouldn't stay here forever. Nissan? I can hear Akiha's voice, but I can't hear what she's saying. Really, I don't know what it is. Akiha's hair, that should be black. It looks crimson, like blood. Unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Unnecessary. It's something unnecessary. Unnecessary. Red hair. The image of blood. A demon that drinks blood. That's not human. Therefore, it must be eliminated. Nissan? Are you alright? Nissan! My chest tightens. My heart is racing. Blood clogs in my veins. Repeating in my head. Kill. Kill. No. I'm not going to kill yet. I'll enjoy this woman's body first. Her slender arms. Her beautiful hair. Her small breasts. Her body. Her perfect like a beautiful doll. I'll violate it. My throat is hot. It's just like when I kill people in dreams. Hot. Nissan, please hold on. I'll help you. So let's go back to the mansion. Voice. I can only hear Akiha's voice. No. I mustn't see her face. If I do, I'll... It's okay. I won't touch your body. No. I can't touch it. If I touch it, don't know what I'll do. Oh, that's him talking. I'll come back first. Make sure you come in too, Akiha. With what little reason I have left, I run from Akiha. Somehow, I make it back alone. Is this a different key? Or am I crazy? I feel like it's playing slower and deeper. I breathe desperately. I collapse onto the bed. Damn it! I hate myself. Not satisfied with mere dreams. I feel these urges in reality too. And not strangers. I wanted to do such things to Akiha. I don't understand myself anymore. Memories of 8 years ago. Akiha and a boy covered in blood. An event I can't dismiss as a dream or as reality. Tohno, like a killer. I know Shiki-kun's fragile side. Her. Yumizuka spoke those words proudly. You're the same as me. Just like me, you have the same unbearable urge to kill. I can't deny it. After all, those in the Tohno family have problems. Death by madness, death by violence, disappearances, psychotic episodes. Akiha drinking Kohaku's blood. Me seeing homicidal dreams. Gah. Thinking about it, I have to smile at my foolishness. Why would Akiha be strange? Why should Akiha be strange? Akiha is normal. And that's just what I imagined. Yes, I'm the only one that's mad. Only I am. Wanting blood tonight as well. Hot. 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 Once aroused, my body can't be calmed with something like sleep. So, tonight too, I shall relieve my thirst. It seems I went into town at night again. It seems my eyes are bloodshot, and I'm waiting for someone to pass by again. When did I unknowingly fall asleep? Long hair swaying, wandering the town at night. I'm having another homicidal dream. It seems I've found new prey. Anyone will do tonight. Killing a strange man, dragging him back into the alley. The sound of biting the throat. There's a gurgling sound. Biting into the throat and drinking blood to relieve the thirst. It's the same again. Then, an obstruction appears. I throw the body aside and rise. Someone is watching me. The black figure appears. Shaking my hair loose, I look up at the moon. The figure is someone I know well. From rooftop to rooftop, from shadow to shadow, the figure follows. The black figure looks a lot like Seal Senpai, matching the fiend's unnatural speed perfectly. The movement stops. Since it's excited, it seems ready to fight. It seems tired of running. It probably felt like playing. Seal Senpai's coming. After that, it was quick. Seal Senpai was very strong, but when a passerby happened to appear, that was the end. When she moved to protect the passerby, she was skewered with something like an iron pipe along with the passerby. It's too cruel to watch. Lifting her hands up, they too were skewered with pipes. Hung like a crucifix, Seal Senpai is stripped. I know it's laughing. Jesus, sliding its tongue over Seal Senpai's breast, it laughs. Seal Senpai simply glares, doing nothing. Blue pupils like flames, looking into my eyes. The image stops. Organs break. like peeling off a scab. I wake up. Chapter 9, Blood-Sucking Demon. Alright, we'll do one more and then we'll stop. Ugh! I jump out of bed. It's almost 6 in the morning. Even Senpai. Why? No. That woman in priestly robes wasn't necessarily Senpai. Because there was something different about her. The me inside the dream was strange, but that Senpai was even stranger. Leaping from rooftop to rooftop, and throwing swords like bullets. It almost seemed like Senpai was more of a monster than the killer. So, it has to be a dream. Because when I opened my eyes, I was sleeping in my own bed. I can just call it a dream. I laugh. Whether or not it was a dream isn't the problem. What I remember, and how much I didn't want to kill, are meaningless. All I know is, my body's still excited. The feel of breaking the man's neck, of skewering Seal Senpai's arms over her head and licking her body. I can still feel the heat of her breath. So, whether it was a dream or reality makes no difference. I killed someone and tried to rape Senpai. I tried to steal Again, he always tries to steal her Nintendo Switch. It's so messed up. God damn. Excuse me. Hisui enters, carrying my school uniform. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Yeah, morning, Hisui. I answer, shaking off the remaining sensation of Senpai's warmth. But it's no good. Even though Hisui came to wake me up, I still can't help but feel depressed. Shiki-sama, you seem pale. Are you still ill? Nah, it's not that. I'm always like this in the morning. I get out of bed. My head aches, but I ignore it. I'll go to the sitting room. I bet Aki is waiting. No. It seems that Akiha is not feeling well this morning either, so she'll be absent from school today. But she was fine just last night. I cannot say. Since I heard this only from Ne-san, I do not know the details. I see. Another fit like before, I guess. Ne-san is in the sitting room, so please ask her for the details. With that, Hisui leaves. Ah, good morning, Shiki-san. You're up early today. Morning, Kohaku-san. I heard Akiha's condition is bad. What happened? Huh? Oh, Hisui-chan told you. Akiha-sama has a bit of a fever, so she's taking today off. A fever? But why? Well, she's been really busy since you got back, hasn't she? Speaking with relatives, arrangements to change schools. She's just tired out. Just tired out? Really? Of course. Oh, Shiki-san, you're panicking. She must be really important to you. Kohaku-san laughs happily. As she speaks, I realize how tense I was getting. Nah. I wasn't really worried about Akiha. I was just... Just what, Shiki-san? Her eyes stare straight at me. I'm not good at lying, and I don't want to betray my feelings. No, you're right. Akiha is important to me, so, like you said, I was worried. Though I'm embarrassed, I tell Kohaku-san my true feelings. Shiki-san, you're very honest today. Please, say that when Akiha-sama's here. With an innocent smile, she says something pretty scary. Oh, come on. There's no way I could tell Akiha that. By the way, is she still asleep? Yeah, she took some medicine and went to sleep a short while ago. She said there's no need to visit, so Nissan should just go to school. Really? Well then, I'm glad. I sit down on a sofa. At least this is one less thing to worry about.
Shiki-san, last night, were you really talking to Akiha-sama in the garden?
That's right. I couldn't sleep yesterday, so when I looked out, Akiha was in the garden, so I went out and talked for a bit. Why?
Well, Hisui-chan said so I was a bit worried. But, Shiki-san, you shouldn't be going out outside so late at night. It's very dangerous these days.
Because of the killer, right? I think I know that better than anyone.
Even so, please take care. Apparently, a man was killed in town last night.
I jump off the sofa. Kohaku-san, is that true?
Yes, it was on the morning news. Since the victims have all been women until now, they seem to be talking about it a lot.
A man. A male victim. The unknown man I killed in the dream.
Shiki-san?
Kohaku-san is saying something. No, it's nothing. That's all I can say as I stand in amazed shock. I arrive at school. It's 7:50. Even though I left the mansion very early, I still only made it to school at the last minute. The reason is obvious. The possibility that I might be the killer has slowed me down. I step through the gate. There are people like me all around going to class. Every time I see them, I freeze. They're people who never think of murder. And amongst them, there are people like me, attending the same lessons. Yumizuka, at last, I know how you felt. No, I can't compare my situation to hers. But perhaps now I understand a little of her feelings. The way I am now, I can't be here. I've killed many people already. It doesn't matter if it's a dream or not. With desires like that, I must not be here. I smile wryly. A few days ago, I wouldn't have even imagined something like this.
Hey, you. If you just stand around like that, you'll be late.
Someone hits me on the shoulder.
Good morning, Tohno-kun. We're here today at the same time.
I'm so surprised I can't speak.
What's wrong? Your face is red, Tohno-kun.
I forgot. Thinking only about myself, I forgot about Senpai. Last night, the black figure who appeared before me as I killed, pursuing the killer, caught by the killer and skewed from behind. And then, the body I was about to steal the Nintendo Switch from. Senpai, I don't know what to say. I should apologize for last night, but I still don't know myself whether it was a dream or not. But more than anything.
Yes? What is it, Tohno-kun?
No. You seem the same as ever, Senpai. More than anything, Senpai is the same as ever. So, either last night's events were just a dream, or the figure in black wasn't Seal Senpai. The person who was skewered with an iron pipe last night would not be attending school today, and if Seal Senpai was the figure from yesterday, she should not be smiling warmly at the killer.
Tohno-kun, is something wrong? Your face keeps going red and blue. Are you not feeling well? An autumn cold, perhaps?
No, it's not like that. It's just... the feel of last night's dream is still with me, and I can't look directly at Senpai. The gleam of naked skin, its soft texture. My fingers gripping her soft Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, with most of the red flowing blood over her like a tattoo. This is bad. I remember too much. It's too real.
Tohno-kun? You've been really strange for a while. Maybe you should get some medicine from the nurse's office before going to class.
Is she concerned? Senpai peers up at me.
Wait, Senpai.
If she gets close, I'll remember last night's dream. With Seal Senpai's face appearing before me, I can feel my face going completely red.
You seem really ill.
Dropping her shoulders in amazement, Senpai stretches out her hand. Senpai's hand touches my forehead. Her warmth and gentle touch is too much.
Wait, Senpai. It's nice, but right now, it's a bit... It doesn't feel like you have a fever.
Senpai ignores my words, pressing her hand against my forehead. And as she takes my temperature, I catch sight of a bandage under the sleeve of Senpai's uniform.
Huh?
The bandage goes a little way down from the base of her palm. There's no mistaking it. That's where she was skewered last night. My body heat vanishes instantly. I feel as if reality is collapsing around me. Senpai, that bandage on your arm, what happened?
Oh, this? Well, it's embarrassing, but it was my own negligence. It healed already, but I felt like putting a bandage on. It's nothing major, so don't worry about it.
Senpai speaks casually. Why? Because I know it's a lie. No. It is something major. Since you were skewered by that iron pipe, I bet it still hurts. Then, the smile vanishes from Senpai's face. Thump. The atmosphere in my dream returns. For an instant, the air around me freezes.
Tohno-kun, do you have a moment?
Saying so, Senpai takes my arm. I can't find words yet. Seal Senpai says nothing, and she pulls me from behind the school building.
I guess I made you skip class.
For some reason, Senpai sounds so normal. I can say nothing. I can only hang awkwardly on this ray of hope. That in a moment, Senpai will say, "What are you talking about? Last night, Tohno-kun?" That dream will be a dream after all, and Senpai will just be Senpai. Senpai,
Yes, I should show you this first.
Interrupting me, Senpai rolls up the sleeves of both arms weak, wrapped in bandages.
As you say, this happened last night.
I can't ask who did it, because it's my doing, but it's clear now. It's the truth. I'm the killer who's killed many people already.
Crap, it's real. It really happened.
Senpai says nothing else, but merely stares at me. At me. She knows Tonoshiki's the killer. Then why?
Why?
Why does she?
Why have you said nothing until now, Senpai? You knew I was the killer, right? So why didn't you...
I can't understand why she continued to be my ordinary school senpai.
I've killed people. I did that to you last night. How can you face me like that, Senpai? It's not unusual. I'm your senpai, so why shouldn't I? Whatever you say. I haven't seen you out at night.
Straightening, she speaks frankly.
What?
She hasn't met me at night, but yesterday we were fighting to the death.
What are you talking about, Senpai? Twice now, you've interrupted me killing someone. That's true, but I never raised a sword against you. What? That's nonsense. You've thrown loads of them at me. I saw it clearly. Are you saying that figure wasn't you? Are you pretending not to know? Well, I would like to feign ignorance if I could, but there's no reason to if you've seen that much.
Senpai's attitude is completely unchanged. Senpai's words just seem not to the point. No, she's purposely doing so. If I calm down, I'm not one to talk, but Senpai isn't exactly normal either. So is that why she's trying to evade my questions? Senpai, please answer me seriously. There's too much I don't understand. I'll go crazy. Seal Senpai, why are you doing that?
Oh, Tohno-kun, you look scary.
I don't know how serious she is, but Senpai pulls away from me. Somehow she dodges the question completely. Senpai, please answer me seriously. Last night, and before that, what were you? It was something no ordinary human can do.
What do you mean that?
I mean, that ridiculous movement, throwing all those swords. I saw about 20 swords. What were you doing keeping them all? Or where were you keeping them all? And last night...
Yes? What about last night?
Last night, I stabbed you with an iron pipe. So, how can you be walking around so calmly today? However you look at it, it's not normal. Senpai, are you really human? For a moment, Senpai glances down with a terribly sad expression.
I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. I only have the name Seal, an exorcist specializing in vampires. I know that I'm not an ordinary human like you.
Vampire Senpai?
Don't worry. I'm not from around here, so I'm already ready for you to look at me that way.
Looking away, she says something incomprehensible. Hold on, Senpai. What do you mean by exorcist?
An exorcist is an exorcist. A member of the Holy Order who's learned the rites for banishing demons. Don't you know, Tohno-kun? It's a common word, so I thought you'd know it. Well, to be honest, I do more extermination than banishing, so I'm a bit different. Would it help if I said it's more like a sorceress? It's not exactly right. In fact, it's almost the opposite, but perhaps it'll be easier for you to understand.
A sorceress? But that's... I can hardly call it impossible. After all, I've seen her superhuman powers. But I can't believe it. Or maybe I don't want to believe it. Since she was such a kind senpai, maybe I just want Seal to stay senpai. That's a lie. Without realizing it, those words escape my mouth.
Yep, you're right, it's a lie. It's all nonsense, so please don't believe any of it.
She won't say anything. She's gonna let it disappear as a lie. No! This isn't nonsense. I don't want to accept it, but I have to. Why is it? Senpai lowers her eyes sadly.
I don't know what's happening either, but...
Who's talking? I don't know what's happening either, but I've tried to kill people, and you always saved me. I don't understand anything, but I do know that. Who saved who? I guess that's Shiki talking? Okay. I've tried to kill people, and you've always saved me. I don't understand anything, but I do know that.
Wasn't that just a dream? You're just an ordinary high school student. You have my word.
Just an ordinary... Even if it is just a dream, someone who enjoys murder every night is living with... Someone who enjoys murder every night is living with other normal people. Even if I feel bad about being bad.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Feeling the urge to kill people. Not merely in dreams, but I have such desires in reality, too. And not strangers. Akiha, the person I know best.
A killer, huh? Yeah. Now that I state it, I understand. It's natural for you to come to me every night. You can't leave such a dangerous guy alone. So,
Oh no, fuck, that's Shiki talking. God damn it. The killer. Yeah, now that I state it, I understand. It's natural for you to come to me every night. You can't leave such a dangerous guy alone. So you were going to kill me, senpai? Why won't you answer? Say something, senpai! I grab senpai's arm around the bandage and drag her towards me. Senpai says nothing, looking down. I don't understand. I don't understand anything, senpai. I don't understand myself anymore. So please, senpai, if you know anything, please tell me.
Tohno-kun, do you really believe you're the killer?
I can't think of anything else. So, I just want to rest now. Since I don't know myself, I want to hear it clearly from you. And then, even if I have to die, I'll be ready for it.
Why?
Senpai,
Why can't you just laugh it off as always? If you did, maybe we could go on like this. But it's too late for that now. The spell has already faded.
Saying so, senpai escapes my grasp and leaps away, far away.
Tohno-kun, I'll tell you what I know. What kind of person you are. Exactly how many people you've killed.
For a moment, I feel dizzy. Even though I said I was ready, hearing the word killed so clearly, my chest hurts.
Good.
Tell me, senpai.
No, not here. I'll be at the school tonight. After that, you decide, Tohno-kun.
So, that means she's leaving the final decision to me. If I go to school tonight, that's the end. But if I don't, we can go back to the way things have been. A final choice. I can't say I'll definitely be there, so I'll say nothing.
Well then, I'll be waiting at school tonight. But promise me one thing. That you'll keep this a secret from your younger sister.
From Akiha? Of course. I wouldn't get Akiha involved in any of this, so there's no need to say that. There isn't, but why is Senpai asking so seriously? As if saying Akiha was the enemy, not me. Senpai, Akiha's got nothing to do with this.
Tohno-kun, please be careful around her.
Leaving a warning in a frightening voice, Senpai disappears. The lesson finishes and the students disperse. Even if I'm going to meet Senpai at school tonight, I should return to the mansion first. In the end, the conversation only told me the dreams were real. Nothing's resolved, and I still don't know whether I'm the killer or not. After sighing heavily, I leave the classroom. Hisui's at the mansion gate.
Huh?
What are you doing out here, Hisui?
I'm waiting to welcome you home, Shiki-sama.
Well, I'm glad, but why? You said you wouldn't be able to meet me here anymore.
That was because you and Akiha-sama were together. Ne-san, she suggested we should refrain from send-offs and greetings when you were together.
I see. Certainly, if I were with Akiha, it would be awkward to be met by Hisui. Why? Another of Kohaku-san's strange ideas. Well, I'm always glad to be met by you, Hisui. Anyways, I'm home. Thanks for coming out.
Yes. Welcome home, Shiki-sama.
Hisui bows, thinking about it calmly. A maid bowing in front of a mansion is a terribly anachronistic image. Oh, by the way, is Akiha doing any better?
Yes, it seems her condition improved by lunchtime. Perhaps you should stop by her room.
Maybe at least once. Please be careful around her. No, I shouldn't. I can't see her right now. Oh no, I'm yawning. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was quotation for some reason. It's not that I'm not thinking about her, but because of what Seal Senpai said, it's hard to see her right now. Shiki-sama, are you not returning to your room? You're right. Well then, shall we go in? Acting cheerful to hide my uneasiness, I passed through the mansion gates. It's night. I talked only a little to Aki at supper, then came straight back to my room. She seemed no different than usual, so I'm sure Senpai's warning was wrong. If I'm gonna go, I should leave pretty soon. Senpai said we'll talk at the school tonight. If I go, she won't be my senpai any longer. But if I don't go, everything will go back to the way it was. That sounds like a choice is coming. Just in case I'm wrong. Senpai left me with that choice. Excuse me. Senpai left me with that choice. I suppose it's possible that she could just kill me, like, randomly. I could be going to the school to meet Powered Seal again. Just a second. I'm just thinking about this choice real quick. I'm just thinking really hard, you know? Just thinking about it, you know? Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. It all just comes tumbling down. Okay. Let's do it. I can't let this remain unanswered. If that dream is real, am I really a blood-sucking killer? I can't let those questions remain unanswered. I should make it. I should take it just in case. The knife has been in my desk ever since what happened with Satsuki. I slip it into my pocket. I go down the lobby quietly so that Hisui and Kohaku-san won't notice. I just need to open the door without making a sound. But before I can open it, it opens with a crack. Nissan? What is it? Why are you standing here frozen? Akiha, you... Why are you here? I ask wordlessly. I was just taking a walk in the garden. What about you, Nissan? You look like you were going to go out right now. Yeah. I left something at school, so I was going back for it. I don't want to lie to Akiha, so I say as little as possible. You forgot something? Akiha narrows her eyes at me. Well, alright, it's still 8. Make sure you get back by 9, Nissan. Right. I'll be back in an hour. Understood. I shall leave the door unlocked. Please take care. Akiha walks to the sitting room. It's strange. Before, I would have been doubted more, but Akiha seems to trust me completely. Is it because of what happened in the garden last night? Being trusted by Akiha, feeling that she trusts me, makes me happy. Please be careful around her. Senpai's words return like a curse. Anyway, I'll go to school and come straight back. And I'll meet with Senpai. Alright. I grasp the door handle. The school is wrapped in silence. Our school closes at 6:30, and no teachers or janitors patrol at night. At this time, the buildings are completely empty. All around it's quiet. The only sound is the beating of my own heart. Is Senpai inside, I wonder? Although she said she would wait at school, She never said where. No. Senpai probably deliberately didn't tell me. Well, can't be helped. I'll cut the lock of a window and go in. I remove my glasses. Along with a light headache, the lines appear before me. The lines along which things easily break. Things which can be cut just by passing through them. With Yumizuka, it was just desperation. Removing my glasses calmly like this, I really feel how strange my eyes are. Now, where's a window with a line in the lock? Although anything can be cut, they can only be cut where the lines appear. If I cut a wall or the window itself, it'll draw attention tomorrow. The cut has to be as small as possible. Ah, perfect. Here goes. With a click, I cut the lock smoothly and open the corridor window. Thump. My chest aches as soon as I climb in the window. Ugh. What is it? It's horribly... Thump. There's a horribly sinister atmosphere. Senpai, where are you? It's hard to even murmur. My heart beats. A resounding pumping, like a drum driving my blood backwards. Huh? It looks like my fingertips are trembling. I feel sick. Without my glasses, my headache is just getting worse by the second. So put them back on. What is this? It's strange. I don't understand. The atmosphere inside the building is so different from outside. If I have to put it to words, it's without life. Compared to the fresh air outside, the air in the corridor is so weak that it feels sad. I mean, that's just school. But I know. Though I'm breathing this air for the first time, I know it. Because I've always watched it. Every night in my dream. When I kill people and drink their blood, the atmosphere is always full of this smell of decay. A sound. From behind me. The sound of something falling. Senpai! I turn. There is a strange man. I clasp my hand over my mouth, about to vomit. The man. The lines run within his body. They run through his whole body like blood vessels. The man walks toward me, as if in slow motion. Hello? I make up my mind and talk to him. It's strange, but my eyes are stranger. It's the first time I've seen lines all over a person's body like this. But take them away, and you'll have a normal human form. The man is saying something, but his voice is not even a noise. I can't hear. The man approaches. Why is it? Whenever the man steps closer, a shudder runs through me. It's... The man is right in front of me. Wait, who are you? I don't even have time to finish. Ah! There's a crash. As he approaches, the man throws me aside with a single hand. Gah! My back. Thrown aside, my back smashes against the wall. It's so sudden. The pain makes my eyes dizzy. Ah! What are you doing all of a sudden? I stand and glare at the man. My voice dies. What is he? What is this thing before me? Was this a man? Is this a living human being? No, that's not important right now. I recover my sight and look again at the man. Yes, it's back. Sensei said that my eyes see the death within things. That's exactly right, because... You're... The man is saying something. Of course, it doesn't speak words, because half of his throat is missing. It was bitten away by something. So there's no way for him to speak. Why? You were killed yesterday. His shoulders are shaking. He seems to be laughing. But there's no mistake. The corpse before me is definitely the man I killed in the dream yesterday. The man approaches slowly. There's no thought. The lump of death approaches. A shudder of pain. Then I notice. When the man threw me before, the side of my chest was injured. My body hurts. Not just on the level of muscles. My bones themselves are creaking. Something definitely happened to my ribs. The man flings up an arm. At last, my numb head understands. Without a doubt, he intends to kill me. I dodge the sweep of the man's arm. There's an unpleasant crunching sound. The man's arm is embedded in the wall. It's buried right into the concrete wall. He did not hold back an inch, breaking a concrete wall, and in return, he's breaking his own bones. It's funny. A hard-to-believe world. Sorry, it's a funny, hard-to-believe world. If it's a dream. If it's a dream, I want it to end now. The man turns toward me. Another crunch. The man comes toward me, his arm still in the concrete wall. The arm stuck in the wall. The arm tears away from his body. It's still laughing. My legs move. I can't bear to be here any longer. I collapse to my knees with a thump. The man, that corpse is not following. At that speed, it can't catch me. My chest hurts. Whenever I breathe, my ribs feel like they're about to break. Somehow I catch my breath. Somehow. I have to somehow get back to normal. I must calm down. Think. Look and then think. I learned that from Sensei. I have to think hard. Even if that's a dead body. Even if it's someone I killed. I can't think about it. It's just... Ignoring the pain in my ribs, I cry out. I don't understand. I don't understand. The one I killed is about to kill me. The one I've killed has returned to take its revenge. It's just a nightmare. It can't be real. Just an insane nightmare. But what am I saying now? I've been in a nightmare for a long time already. Damn it! I have to recover my breath and run away. I have to leave this school, go back to the mansion, and tell Akiha I'm home. A sound from behind me. It can't be. It caught up? No, that's impossible. It moved so slowly. It couldn't just catch up like that. I looked down the stairs. There's no one coming up. The noise was... Again, I'm beaten. When I turned around on the stairs, it seemed it was already there. I have to get away! I drag my aching body up. I fall again with a thump. It seems that when he threw me this time, my leg was damaged. There's no strength in my right leg at all. I can't stand and I can't escape. Approaching footsteps. Thump. Clank. A dry, emotionless sound. Thump. The putrid smell of a corpse hangs in the air. Thump. My heart beats loudly. All rational thought has long since departed. Thump. It approaches. That corpse is coming to kill me. I'm just afraid. It's coming. With a body full of holes, it comes to kill me. One more step. Then it'll pierce my chest, the way it did the wall, and that'll be the end. At that moment, I wonder, what is it that I fear? Am I afraid because the one I killed is returned? No, that's not it. I'm afraid because I'm about to be killed. No, that's not it either. I remember only one thing. In my dreams. About how hot it is when I kill people. I'm afraid of my own crime. I'm afraid of my own crime trying to kill people. Well, if that's so, then there's no problem. This one's already dead, so there's nothing to fear. There's nothing wrong with putting the dead to rest. Give me just a second, I gotta scratch my foot. Okay. Sorry about that. So, there's no need to hesitate about killing again, is there? The body flings up an arm. I take the knife from my pocket. What followed was really quick. Was it because I watched all those crimes in my dreams? Or maybe because those crimes were committed by my own hands like I suspected? My arm moved impossibly fast and struck down the corpse like a true killer. The meat, divided into 8 pieces, now just rolls around the corridor. A shudder. The feeling of slicing meat. The acceptance of taking a life. There's no flowing blood. Only my knife drips with blood. I remain spotless. Shuddering. A feeling of pain and coldness crawls on my back. There's nothing to earn. Only my knife drips with blood. I haven't gained anything. I just feel ill. Maybe I'm going crazy. Looking at the remains before me, my chest hurts like it was torn open. The school at night. In the moonlight, it's amusing. I laugh without stopping. It's not funny. Only regret is felt. I killed. Whatever the reason, I killed someone again. Even though he was blameless, this person also had a life to protect. A jarring, laughing voice. I want to kill my ears for listening, and my throat for laughing, but I can only laugh. At least, I have to laugh. Unless I do a single act resembling human actions, I'll break. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I laugh to keep my sanity. I laugh because this is a Joker moment. If I can't even ridicule myself, I can't keep my sanity. Perhaps I should have cried, but I won't allow myself such hypocrisy. What do I mean by killing the dead isn't a crime? It doesn't change whether he was living or dead. It doesn't change the fact that I made the decision to kill him. Even if he was already a corpse, the feeling of stopping his activity does not dull. I can't get mad at myself for my stupidity. Even if they're dead, killing someone is still a sin. As long as I, Tohno, remain a proper human, the burden of this sin will never leave me. I remember Yumizuka. Even if it was the right thing to do in the end, I know she wanted to live. Saying death is salvation is only the selfish wish of those still living. Death is just that, and it's so painful. Someone is coming. This time it has to be Senpai. Somehow I stand, holding onto the wall. Thump, thump. My heart beats violently. Even if my heart is halfway dead, my body still tries to live until the very end. Such a worthless life. Dying like this is painful. I realize that I've already died 8 years ago during my time with Yumizuka. And even this very moment. Yet, Tohnoshiki's body is still making a great effort to survive. How ugly. But which is ugly? The heart that thinks I should die because I'm a killer, or the body trying to live by killing others? I think it's the heart. Good or evil, my heart is really fragile after all. You're here. Breathing heavily, I grasp the knife. My injured right leg hurts faintly. If I can feel pain, I can still move, meaning I can still fight. And Seal Senpai appears in the moonlight. Yeah, there we go. Super Seal. That's what I figured. I'm surprised. In all the dreams, you were never dressed like that.
Yes. Because there are armaments to kill a vampire. Because these are armaments to kill a vampire.
A jolt. I understand the instant I see her eyes and hear her voice. This person plans to kill me without the slightest hesitation. I see. You called me here to kill me, Senpai. Senpai doesn't answer, clearly because there's nothing to say. That's mean. You said I'm not the killer, but you knew in your heart that I was.
Yes. I knew from the beginning that the vampire hunting this town was Tohno.
You knew from the beginning?
Yes. So I came to the school in order to watch you.
So saying, she draws a dagger, twice the length and width of my knife. It is a weapon intended to kill. Senpai, I don't know what you are at all. Even if I knew, I don't think it would concern me.
Yes. This is a situation of no concern to you.
Yeah. But I'm afraid I won't be killed. Thinking about it, I killed Yumizuka because I didn't want to die. So, I can't just die here. If you say you're going to kill me, I'll...
That's fine. If we agree to kill each other, then there's crime but no punishment. It would be more helpful if you think of it this way.
A noise of movement. Before I realize it, Senpai's body is right in front of me.
Well then, Tohno-kun. Let us continue last night's fight.
A moment. Seal Senpai moves fast enough to fling up sparks. Her attack is very simple. Leaping from right in front of me, she slashes a horizontal line with her dagger. I block with my own knife and am pushed back. My body staggers. I desperately stop myself from collapsing backwards and look for... What? For a moment, my mind freezes. There's no sign of her in the corridor. In an instant, as our weapons clashed, Senpai suddenly disappeared. I think it was just by chance. Without reason, just the feel of a breeze beside me, I shift my gaze. With the blue moonlight shining in through the window, I see Senpai's silhouette running up the wall like she was going up a flight of stairs. Above! Even as I notice, I lower my body. Scrambling on all fours like a dog, I escape forward. Glancing back, I see Senpai fall from the ceiling precisely where I was. After swinging at me, she ran up the wall to try and strike my head from the ceiling. Such an absurd roller coaster-like movement was charmingly beautiful, even though it could have skewered the back of my head. As if her previous flash of movement never happened, Senpai stops moving. Is she surprised I avoided that blow? Her blue eyes confirm that Tohnoshiki's still alive. Her eyes devoid of feeling, like a machine. There's no tension, as I wait for her to spring into her next action. I forget even to breathe. With those eyes upon me, I can't move. In just a moment more, that dagger will be driven into my chest. The only sound is my heart pounding. I stand unable to move, and Senpai only stares at me. This is bad. At this rate, I'll break under this tension and make a movement. When that happens, Senpai will certainly strike me down. All I can do is grasp my knife tightly. At that moment, Senpai suddenly speaks.
I'm surprised. You certainly are an excellent killer. You're not good at feeling the other's presence, but you're good at feeling your own death. Even if you don't remember it, perhaps you've been trained for such things.
Senpai speaks without even moving her eyebrows.
Against someone that has a far superior defense mechanism close to seeing the future, assassination is useless. Trying to attack you from a blind spot was pointless, Tohno-kun.
Seeming terribly sad, Senpai lets out a sigh.
It's a pity. If I can't kill your consciousness before you feel pain, All I can do is attack with fuck. All I can do is attack with my full strength. Even if you can see death coming, your reflexes also make it an almost moot point. Creak. You don't look well, Tohno-kun. Thump. You've been feeling that way for a while, haven't you? Nausea that feels like your heart is being grabbed. Shudder. You're so sensitive. That's shudder. Because of the impulse of all living things that says, I'm about to be killed. Saying that, she strikes from right in front of me. Gah! I block her dagger with mine. A shock. Senpai's simple attack feels like she's used a giant hammer. My knife screeches. My fingertips go numb. But I don't have time to think about that. Her foot audibly strikes the ground. The air is knocked out of me. Senpai has stepped into the gap between my legs, so close that our bodies collide, and with that momentum, Senpai slams her shoulder into my chest. I stagger. The strength of my knife weakens. Without a single pause, her second attack begins. Her dagger swings upward from below. Somehow I block it with my knife, but I can't kill its momentum. Slash! There's a horrible sound. Ah! It's hot. Somewhere I'm cut. Falling meat. The heat of blood. There's no time to feel any of that. The third blow comes. It was probably aimed at my heart. Since I immediately twisted my body to avoid it, the knife rips out my rib, along with the flesh around it. I scream. The coldness of death does not cause me to shudder. But fear from the pain races through me. There follows the fourth unforgivable blow. My ribs are damaged. I can only use the power of my arm to wield my knife. But with that, it's impossible to block Senpai's dagger. Somehow I jump back on my staggering leg. I get enough distance. Senpai turns, showing me her back. Crash! She drives a roundhouse kick like a spear into my belly. Ah! I collapse backward into the hallway floor. I don't have time to feel pain. If I don't stand up immediately, I'll be killed. But it's too late. The moment I get up, Senpai's right in front of me. The dagger strikes down at my heart. It was just desperate. In desperation, I tried to match her blow by placing... Oh, hey, buddy. I tried to match her blow by placing my knife next to Senpai's neck. Then, Senpai's dagger stops short. Oh, shit. Breathing. My breathing is hard. Her dagger is aimed at my throat. If Senpai moves her hand slightly, I'll die instantly. That fact. That just that causes me to go insane. It's over. Even if you stab that knife through my neck, I won't die. What are you... You said before that you saw it. Even though my body was pierced by an iron pipe, my body heals the wound instantly. Certainly, if you stab me through the neck, I'll be dead for a while, but I'll kill you before that. What she says is true. There's no sense in lying in a situation like this. In other words, this situation, where both of us hold each other's life in each other's hands, is meaningless. Won't die. But could it be true? Even injured like that, Senpai came to school like normal. But screw all that. I can see death on her body. Although it's very different from other people's, I can still see her death. So killing her is easy. The lines have no exceptions. If you don't believe me, please, use your knife. In any case, you can't save yourself unless you kill me. Shall we test it out? She's provoking me. If I can be killed, kill me, she's saying. But Senpai, provocation like that is fatal. I'm not like the others. I can really kill you. My heart beats. If I look down, her dagger's at my chest.
I have to kill. Because I don't want to die. I found out I shouldn't die that easily, so I can't let myself be killed. No, it's simpler than that. I just don't want to die. My heart beats, so there's only one answer. Kill. Drive this knife into the Drive this knife into the line I see in Seal's neck and kill her. Kill if you want to live. Kill. 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 I don't think it's the right thing to do. I can't breathe properly. Senpai's eyes don't even appear interested in my death. Her dagger is poised directly in front of my heart. A situation where I'm second away from being killed. That's odd. I'm sorry, that's odd. You've killed so many people, yet you're frightened to die yourself. Her breath blows into my eyes. Her words make me dizzy. Goodbye. If you won't do it, Tohno-kun, I'll have to do it myself. Saying that, Senpai tenses her arms. This is the end. Tohnoshiki dies here. If I don't want that, I have to stab this knife faster than Senpai. My fingertips fill with strength, but that's all. My arms don't move at all. I don't want to die. It's not that I'm willing to die since I'm a killer. But if I don't kill Seal Senpai, I'll be killed. So right now, I understand that even if I don't want to kill, I have to. So why? Why won't my arm move? Suddenly, I wanted to talk more with you, Tohno-kun. That's why. I really don't want to die now. Those words. But this is for sure the best way. So don't cry. Tohno-kun, you did the right thing. They force themselves into my memory. Yeah. Bye-bye, Tohno-kun. Thank you and sorry. Yeah. I see now.
Why aren't you resisting?
I hear Senpai's voice. The dagger's still at my chest. It tears my clothes and digs into my flesh.
Like this, you'll die, so why? Why aren't you moving your knife?
That's because
I can't. Why not? Even though you've killed so many people up till now?
Never again.
I can't do it. You just killed that corpse. After you've done it once, a second, or a third time, it won't change anything. If you don't do it, I'll kill you.
She's serious. In a second, the killer called Tohnoshiki will surely be killed. It's not that I'm not afraid. Yeah, but still.
I can't kill someone.
As I speak, tears flow. It's not like something is sad or someone's unhappy, but the tears running down my cheeks won't stop. How much time has passed? My mind, which has been in a trance.
You understand at last, Tohno-kun.
Comes back with Senpai's words.
Senpai? See? Are you satisfied? You're not a killer. Those words were true words. So, all this is just a dream. Tohno-kun is Tohno-kun. Very gentle, thoughtful, and so sensitive as to cry over something like this. Just the ordinary, everyday boy I yearned for.
Saying so, Senpai puts her dagger away. Her scary tone of death disappears, and Senpai returns to her usual gentle self. Why? You didn't come to kill me, Senpai.
Right. I came to kill that self-loathing in your heart. You're not a killer. But since it seemed like you would believe it no matter how much I told you, I had to persuade you on a more physical level.
What? Persuade me physically? Then, you mean all this was just an act?
No, I was serious. I couldn't completely rule out the possibility of you being the killer, Tohno-kun. Therefore, I couldn't hold back. Besides, It's more fun to go all out. You know, like how you enjoy teasing someone you like?
Didn't she, like, stab out my fucking ribs? Like, what? Senpai says something pretty scary with a smile. And with that, I collapse. All the things I've been thinking about up until now seem so selfish. For some reason, it's funny and I laugh. As Senpai says, my fear that I might be a killer has disappeared. Yeah, you're right. It feels like I finally got it. But that's terrible, Senpai. You went too far today.
Yes. I've been going easy on you up until now. So, I made up for that too.
Smiling, Senpai holds out her hand. I take it. With a grunt, Senpai pulls me up. We exit the building onto the school grounds. Senpai has treated the wounds she inflicted. Okay. By some trick, the wounds closed after Senpai put the medicine-like stuff on there, and put her hand over it.
Well then, I promise to tell you what I know. What do you want to hear, Tohno-kun?
What? Well, that's obvious. I want to know everything about my dreams. Why do I have dreams about killing people? Who exactly are you? There's a lot of stuff I don't understand. Okay, so normally I want to finish each chapter, but this one's running especially long, and I gotta go. So we will stop here for today, unfortunately, but we will be back tomorrow, and we will be back Thursday, and we will be back Friday, and we will finish the Akiha route this week. So fret not, that will be done. Oh, fucking tired, dude. Shit. Okay. Alright, thoughts so far? That was probably the closest to, like, a straight action scene that there's been so far. But even then, all the fights have been, like, really one-sided. And I guess it's just as well. It's a visual novel, and it has the budget of, like, a sack of potatoes, so they probably couldn't afford much in the ways of like CG for like CG arts for action scenes. I say CG, I mean like, you know what I mean, like those pictures that I think they're called CG art, right? Yeah, whatever. But yeah. So I assume next we're gonna be getting like a huge exposition dump, and that's cool. It's probably gonna be a lot of stuff we already know. That's the only annoying thing about all these separate routes is that every time the main character's knowledge starts from scratch, so you have to keep constantly being reintroduced the same concepts every time, and it's a little tedious, but. It's not. Sometimes it's cool because the characters in other routes will operate with less knowledge than they did in previous routes, so that's sometimes kind of interesting. But other than that, yeah. I'm curious as to what's going on with Akiha and Kohaku. That shit was kind of wild. Because I assume that was probably not a dream. So yeah, so we will be back tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm a little out of it today. I don't know why. Okay. See you next time. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching the VOD. Please subscribe. Please follow me on Twitch. Please follow me on Twitter. And if you want to see other visual novels like this be performed in this way, let me know. Let me know which specific ones you have in mind. I'm looking at what am I looking at? I'm looking at X-Blaze, Baldur's Sky, Umineko, Kaga Tsutoya, Fate's Day Night, possibly Higurashi, maybe. You know, a few here and there. If there's any ones that I'm not aware of that are actually really good or interesting that you like or would like to see, let me know in the comments or let me know on Twitter or whatever, and I will look it up and consider it. These are very long form projects that I'm doing that are slowly released over the course of like a week, over the course of the week. So this is I've started Tsukihime about a month and a half ago, I want to say. I started in October, and it's already the end of November, and we're seemingly almost done with the third route, and there's still 2 more routes to go. So I don't think we're gonna finish Tsukihime until like possibly even February. I don't know. So we'll see. Again, thank you for coming, and I will see you next time.